Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rakah HaKodesh. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, rule whip and great example to his younger brothers in the truth. And peace and blessing to the hopeful elect, Lord, willing this edifying lesson. And this is something, it's a new article, but this something, the account happened in 2011. But we're going to get into it, Lord, willing this edifying lesson. And nothing long, just a quick little lesson on the terror of the Lord, and what's getting ready to come upon the earth and on mass scales, going into animal attacks. But it say horrified mom listen to daughter being eaten alive by bear over the phone as girl begs for help. It say Tatiana, I don't know how to say that last name, Caleb, however you say it, recalled the day she heard bears growling, gnawing. I'm talking about growling, gnawing on her daughter's bones as they dined on her flesh one tragic day during the summer of 2011. It say these spooky noises comprised a mother's final phone conversation with her teenage daughter as a brown bear and its three cubs devoured her. And hey, that's a horrific judgment, man. To be eaten alive by fucking bears or any animal for that matter. It ain't gotta be bears. It can be dogs. It can be a mountain lion or some shit. Pig, hogs, any animal. Wild hogs will eat you alive. Shark, that's a horrific way to go, man. It say, and its three cubs devoured her before tragedy struck. Before tragedy struck. So like, it say, okay, I'll see what I mean. It say before tragedy struck in August 2011, however you say that, whatever the last, Ogla Moskavia, however you say that. Then 19 years old, was enjoying what started out as a summertime walk with her stepfather along a river in the eastern Siberia. They say, however, nothing could have prepared the two for what was about to happen. A brown bear attacked the helpless pair while they were walking along the water's edge in Petro, I'm gonna just say Petro, right here, with her stepfather Igor. It's two bulletins. It was a growl, then immediately charged, say, like Alaska Hunter, who accidentally shot himself in the bear attack. A 72 fights off and kills ravaging grizzly bear. But that was just two little bulletin points. It say Ogla was able to avoid the ferocious predator as it overwhelmed her stepfather, killing him as he reached as he ret I don't know how you say it with them. See. As he who? As he did what? Let me see how you said it.
Writhe.
I ain't never heard it.
Writhe. Writhe.
As he writhed. I ain't never heard of that word. Making a continual twisting, squirming. Oh, so he was squirming, trying to get away. As he writhed. I never heard that word. But now we know. It say Ogla was able to avoid the ferocious predator as it overwhelmed her stepfather, killing him as he writhed. Basically, he was squirming in agony in front of his defenseless daughter, cracking his skull and breaking his neck. Ogla fled 200 feet away after witnessing the cruelty play out in front of her. Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it? The Lord kill, he make alive, he wound, he heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of his hand. Now these are perceived to be Edomites, heathens. So the Lord just bring a judgment on them, you know. And much more to come. And they gonna come back in the kingdom of heaven in hardcore bondage. But these things are finna come upon you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. There's been an uptick of bear sightings in rural, I mean not rural, but in city limit areas, more rural, outside of the city, but you know, all over. Even here where we at in Alabama, down here in Mobile. You know, in places like Saraland, Chickasaw, little places like outskirts of the city, but little towns that's building up. You know, been seeing bears, not grizzly bears, but black bears. All animals, a black bear is able to kill you, man. You know, mountain lions are able to kill you. Coyotes and different wildlife that's coming out of these bushes and being seen more and more. It say Ogla fled around 200 feet after witnessing the cruelty play out in front of her eyes, just before the mother bear bit her leg and pulled her to the ground. It say the teenager called her mom, Tatiana, multiple times as she struggled to escape the enormous bear grips. She cried out, "Mom, the bear is eating me. Mom, it is such agony. Mom, help." Tatiana, her mother, claimed that the time that she intentionally believed her daughter was kidding. But then I heard the real horror and pain in Ogla's voice and the sounds of the bear growling and chewing. Tatiana said, "I could have died then." This is what she said. "I could have died then and there from shock." Tragically, Tatiana didn't know that her husband had been mauled to death when she heard Salaki had been mauled to death when she tried to contact help. They say as she made a desperate effort to find help for her family, the mother, exhausted exhausted with anxiety and bewilderment, called the police and relatives in the village of Termanely. She pled with them to hurry to the river where the two had gone to pick up a fishing rod that I don't know how you say that Taskigane have forgotten, whatever you say that. They say in the second call, A heavily injured and breathless Ogla gasped, "Mom, the bears are back." She came back and brought her 3 babies. They are eating me, you know? So that's pretty much the point. They say Ogla finally realized she was close to death during her final call, which came about an hour after the first. "Mom, it's hurting. It's not hurting anymore," she remarked. So evidently the bears left her to die. "I don't feel the pain. Forgive me for everything. I love you so much." Tatiana never heard her daughter's voice again after the connection ended. It say the mother bear was still consuming the stepfather's remain when his brother and Andre and the cops arrived 30 minutes later. Ogla had been severely mauled and was also dead. It say after the horrific double killing, the emergency service dispatched 6 hunters to kill the mother bear and her 3 cubs. you know, and that's some Edomite shit for you, because y'all was in that animal's territory. You know, the bear was just being the bear. You know, but he turned Ogla and Igor into food, man. But these things, the point of the lesson is these things are getting ready to come to the earth on a broader scale. And these are spirits created for vengeance. The Lord is going to put spirits upon animals to attack and to destroy and to bring judgment and vengeance upon the people of the earth, the wicked ultimately. Matter of fact, I'm going to start this Ecclesiastes chapter 39 and verse 27. It say, all these things are for the good to the godly, so to the sinner they are turned unto evil. Verse 28, it say, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury they lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. And the Lord got spirits that he created to appease his wrath. It's a teeth of wild beasts, and that's what we just read about, teeth of wild beasts. And this happened way in 2011. And these things are going to ramp up. Wait till they start cutting the power off. Wait till all hell start breaking loose. Wait till they implement this MOTB. Wait till Jacob Trouble really kick in the full swing. Then you're going to see. It say there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hell, famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts. I don't know how I got teeth of wild beasts that quick. Verse 30, teeth of wild beasts and the scorpion. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction. Verse 31, it say they shall rejoice in his commandments, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is. And when their time is come, they shall not transgress his words. Yeah, so the time is coming where the Lord gonna commence these spirits created for vengeance. It say there be spirits created for vengeance. And it say fire and hell, famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. These are different spirits that the Lord God created to bring vengeance upon the people. It say teeth of wild beasts, and scorpions, serpents, and the sword. Going into the modern day sword is ultimately the gun, but any killing instrument. It could be an actual sword, a knife, which a knife is like a dagger, you know, a bow and arrow, you know, but that sword punishing the wicked to destruction. And that's the point on that. And this account happened, we gonna get it. But that only happened to two people. The Lord allowed the prophet to call. Matter of fact, let's pull it up. The Lord allowed Elisha. It might have been Elijah. Elisha, it was Elisha from the looks of it. I think Elijah was taken up. I think Elijah was taken up by this point. And Elisha had a double portion of Elijah's spirit. Which I'm gonna get to the point, but I'm just trying to see. So like I mean, you go read it. I'm gonna just get my point. The account what Elisha, because that is who called the she bears Elisha, called those two she bears upon those kids that were talking shit, janking, you know. And everybody say it different when you janking. We say janking down here in Mobile. Other places say cracking. Some people say josing, and different places where you located in America, they say different things for the word janking. We say janking. You know, some people say roasting and all that. We say janking. And that means making fun of somebody. But let's get the account, you know, and this how terrible the Lord is and how the Lord uses animals for judgment. And he called, well, let's read it. Because that's what slaughtered that's what slaughtered those two individuals and ate them was a she bear and her 3 cubs. But let's get it, Salakia, for that. This the book of 2 Kings, chapter 2 and verse. I started. I started 22, just straight to the point. It says, so the waters were healed unto this day, according to the sayings of Elisha, which he spake. And he went up from thence unto Bethel, and as he was going up by the way, there came forth little children out of the city, and mocked him, and said to him, "Go up, thou bald head, go up, thou bald head." So they was janking him. And he turned back and looked on them and cursed them in the name of Yahweh. And there came forth 2 she-bears. The same thing. It wasn't 2 of them. It was 1 she-bear. And her 3 cubs. You know, they killed those 2 people. It say, and there came forth 2 she-bears out of the wood, and tear 42 children of them, and tear 42 of them, 42 children of them. And he went from thence, you know, and he just went on about his business. So they was janking, and he put a curse on their ass, you know. And 42 of them was killed by the she-bears. You know, some of them probably got away, but 42 of them, you gotta know the bears were coming through, biting and snapping necks and swiping, you know, knocking them down, tripping them up, you know, just killing them, fucking them up instantly so they can't get away, and slap one and knock his ass out, go jump on the little girl, or, you know the bear, they had to be getting down to kill 42. You know, because you gonna take the fuck off. You see a bear coming. You know, and bears fast, so they probably running people down. You know, kill about 3-4, run motherfuckers down, paralyze them, so to speak, to where they can't get away, and they come back and kill them. However it happened, you know. But it was a spirit on those bears to come do that. And he summoned those bears. You know? They go to show you the different things that's going to be happening in the times that's coming, man. You know? Hey, when all hell break loose, the Lord going to be doing things. Hey, we going to be able to, Lord willing, we're a part of that. Now we going to be able to put curses on people. In the time of JT, Jacob's Trouble, in the time of all hell breaking loose, and different things like that gonna be happening. Bears, lions, birds, you know, anything, you know, insects or something, or newly created beasts full of rage, shooting out sparks from their eyes, you know, and come through and fuck up a band of soldiers, so to speak. You know? Fuck up a little militia that's trying to come up against us. Or some niggas that's trying to come up against us. We call upon the Lord, and the Lord send aid through the beast. Matter of fact, let's go get that. Get that one precept. Because that's the point on it. I think it's in Job. Yep, let's get this in the book of Job. This the book of Job, chapter 5. I'm going to start at 19. This the book of Job, chapter 5, verse 19. It say, he shall deliver thee in 6 trouble, yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. It say, in famine he shall redeem thee from death, and war from the power of the sword. That's those spirits created for vengeance. One of them famine, and one of them the sword. It say verse 21, it say, thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beast of the earth. So we're not going to be scared of the animals, the bears, because we're going to be able to call upon the Lord. Say a bear or something do rush, they going to see, Lord willing, we're part of that number. They going to see that mark of exemption upon us. When you go back to Ezekiel, Ezekiel chapter 5. I think that's Ezekiel. Ezekiel 9, where the angels came down, and the 7 angels came down, one with the righteous inkhorn, setting a mark upon those who sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst of Israel. So they gonna see, those animals gonna see that mark of exemption upon us, and they wrath is gonna be kindled, so to speak, and they gonna probably run up on a member of the elect and see, oh, this a member of the elect, and turn and see somebody else, and go get their ass, man, who not a part of the elect. Or somebody, you can be running from somebody, and you see a grizzly bear or a black bear, wherever you at, what kind of, it ain't got to be a bear, I'm just saying bear, because that's what we read about. It could be some other kind of creature. You run right past, and they looking, just watching you. You see it, you run right past somebody chasing you or something, or you fleeing from somebody, and they think they gonna come past it, and boop, they jump out and get them and devour them. These things gonna be happening in the times that we getting ready to come into, man. We gonna be protected, and you gotta believe that. You gotta trust that the Lord is causing all these things to happen. You think He can't save us from what He bringing upon the earth? He the one doing it. Everything that's getting ready to happen on the earth, the Lord is in full control. He ain't kinda in control. He ain't just intervening. No, He's in total and complete control of everything that's getting ready to happen on the earth and everything that's currently happening on the earth. Yep, but that's pretty much the point. Let me keep going. They say at the verse 22 again, it say, at destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beast of the earth, for thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beast of the field shall be at peace with thee. And that's the point. We're going to be at league with the stones of the field, and the beast of the field, the beast of the earth, because the field is the world, going to be at peace with us. So in these times when we have to become pilgrims on the earth, we have to go to and fro. We got to, basically be, homeless and just moving around, just, trusting in the Lord. When they implement this new world order fully, and they present that mark to be a part of the new world order, guess what? We ain't gonna necessarily, you might not be able to stay in your home. You probably have to move around. You probably gonna have to just sit out, and just take out walking. You don't know where you're going. You're just gonna be trusting in the Lord, because you ain't gonna have nowhere to stay. You ain't gonna have nowhere to go. And that's if you don't get caught up in the concentration camp. We don't know what situation we gonna be put in. We just know that the Lord gonna protect us if we be of the elect. That's the whole point. Being prisoners of hope to being of the elect of the nation of Israel. And that's pretty much the point on this. Lord willing, is edifying. I had another one I wanted to go into on how the monkey saved the little girl, because these things are going to be happening on large scales for the elect of the nation of Israel in the times to come. The Lord got many miracles and many ways on how He gonna deliver us for a testimony, And these things are gonna be written about in the kingdom, how the Lord came through, delivered this member of the elect from that, and that member of the elect from this, and spiritual power. All these things are gonna be, for legacy. Something to be wrote down and talked about forever to glorify Yahweh by some Yahweh Shai, man. But that's pretty much the point. Lord willing, this was edifying. Hey, the Lord got spirits created for vengeance. And the Lord is terrible, man. And very great and marvelous is his power. Hey, man. Hey, the Lord put a spirit on a creature. It can be your pet. It ain't going to be nothing you can do to stop that animal from fucking you up, man. Because animals have forms of spiritual power in they self. Super strength and shit. They jaw power is crazy. They teeth sharp as hell. They can bite through your goddamn bones and shit. Crack them. Break your neck. If they get hold to you, it ain't no getting loose. You got, not even to think about bears and shit, but you got alligators and crocodiles and shit. Hey, man. Jacob's trouble gonna be one hell of a time. And if you're not on the right side of the judgment that's getting ready to come down, you need to fear. You need to be terribly afraid. What you need, regardless, you need to fear. But I'm just saying, like, you finna get ready to die, man. A lot of people get ready to die. And they think everything all good, what it say when they shall say peace and safety, sudden destruction gonna come upon them. People think shit all good. They think we crazy. We just we warning you, giving you warning of the Lord before he bring these things to pass. The Lord giving our people plenty of time to repent and turn back to him. What our people do. Just like the days of Noah, they were eating, drinking, marrying, giving them marriage to the to the flood came upon them. It's going to be the same thing. They're going to be eating, drinking, marrying, giving them marriage to Esau come down with their MOTB. To Jacob trouble come upon them. All the way until, the dollar crash, until all these things start happening. They, amalgamating themselves to the beast system, the New World Order. They receiving their mark. All the way to the nukes. They're going to be eating, drinking, marrying, giving them the marriage to the nukes come upon the earth, man. And people going to receive that mark. Why? Because they don't have no hope and no faith in Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai. They don't understand what's going on. You got men who call themselves Israelites telling you that the MOTB is sin, embargo, sleeping with white, everything but the digital device, that physical device that they want to put underneath your skin that's gonna have digital currency on it. That's gonna have you, instead of having an ID, it's all gonna be digitally inserted into your charagma, merging man with machine. That's why they got all these nanoparticles and shit to basically turn you to the machine. That's why they pumping nanoparticles in the air. They putting nanoparticles in the food. So when they put that device in you and they turn them G's up, they gonna be able to control you like a robot. They gonna be able to send different frequencies and signals to make people act certain ways. Man, Esau on some mad scientist, sci-fi, futuristic movie shit right now. And we watching it in real time. This shit we used to watch in the early 2000s, And brothers older than me, I'm just speaking about when I was younger. I'm young, considerably young. Getting older, but I'm considerably young. Going even back to the 90s and the 80s. But they been making these futuristic movies. We live in those futuristic movies now, man. Because they was always telling you a vision that they had. They was always telling, they plans in movies, which is the highest form of witchcraft, to tell you what they gonna do right in your face, man. One of the highest forms of witchcraft, something like that. But that's pretty much the point. Lord willing, is edifying. I want to end giving all honor and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakai Hakodash, double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone, rule web, and a great example to the young brothers in the truth. Peace and blessings to the whole elect. Shalom. Kwam Yashal and Baba. Shalom.